Hello Blood Bowl fans, welcome to the B&T League weekly results show covering all of the 7 divisions. First up is Division 1, a tightly contested division with some real heavy hitters. The first match was a tight 1-1 draw with the Orc team, the Yobbos, unable to break through the Lizard Stumpers' defence. The Masters of Disaster also drew level with the Chaos team, the Warp Space Cenobites. However, top Dark Elf team, the Turnover Squad, recorded a solid 2-1 victory over the Orc team, the Flat Earth Moon Shadows, whilst the Vampire team, Symphony of the Night, took down the Power Rangers in a 2-0 victory. This leaves Symphony of the Night top of the table, level with the Turnover Squad, with the Lizard Stumpers and the Master Disaster and the Warp Space Cenobites and the Yobbos all on 1 point each with a draw. Trailing are the 2 Orc teams as well, the Flat Earth Moon Shadows and the Power Rangers. So it's not looking too good for the bashy teams at the moment, but it is only the first week. Next up is Division 2, an absolute bloodbath of a division. The Burning Knucklers secured a tight victory over Skink 2020 with the final score being 2-1, which was the same for the late touchdown specialist Haunted Forest's win over the Orc team, the Pain Boys. Wakefield Trinity thumped Lemon Haves 2-0, and the hyper-violent Norse OFMC registered a 2-0 win over the Dwarfs. Being ultra keen, 2 of the Week 2 matches have been played as well, with OFMC beating the Knucklers 2-0, and the Pain Boys pipping Lemon Haze with a close 2-1 victory. This means OFMC is reigning supreme with 2 wins at 6 points. However, Wakefield Trinity and the Haunted Forest both have a game in hand, trailing on 33 points. However, it's looking tough for the Pain Boys and Burning Knucklers with a win and a loss each, and the other 2 games of the Lizard Man and the Chaos could possibly overtake them, or at least draw level. Unfortunately for the High Elves, it's looking a bit grim so far. However, they've got a couple of games left, obviously, in the season to go. Division 3 is next, with the new Nurgle team, Rotten Tomatoes, beating Devil's Pact 2-1 in a solid performance. However, Red Pants decimated the Orcs 4-1, with the Wood Elves running riot. The Whiskers of Fury squeaked a 1-0 victory over the Blitzper Steelers, and the last match was a simulated draw due to me being away. This leaves the division pretty open after the first week, with the Red Pants staking a claim, closely followed by 2nd and 3rd place. Overall, it's looking like it's going to be a very close division. Div 4 saw the Golden Grimbeards beat the Goblin team 1-0 in a brutal grudge match, whilst the Flu Men beat the Pop Collection, also in a 1-0 victory. The High Elf team, the Sitcom Sluggers, gave a Blood Bowl lesson to the Human team, Holy Smokes, in an exciting 3-1 victory. In a botanical face-off, the Roses came off the better, winning 2-0 over the Orchids. This leaves 4 teams on 3 points and 4 teams on 0 points. So don't lose hope yet, because it's a very long season. Div 5 is full of ultra keen players, almost already finishing week 2 already. First off, At War with Satan went down with a 3-0 defeat to put me in, coach, while Smothered Dreams had a close fought draw against I'm Batman. Stov Og Ben delivered a 2-0 bruising defeat to Bruce Wingless, and the Marvellous Madmen quietened down the rampant Scotsman with a 1-0 victory. However, the Scotsman reversed this next week by beating Bruised Willingness 1-0, and both Stov Og Ben and Put Me In Coach continued on their good form with some cracking wins over Smothered Dreams and I'm Batman respectively. This leaves both the Lizard Men and the Undead with 6 points each, with the Dwarves sitting behind in 3rd place with a game in hand. However, At War with Satan, the Dark Elves, could catch up to 3rd or 4th with their game in hand, whilst the Chaos Dwarfs have yet to get started this season, sitting at 8th. Division 6 saw the Gorka Morka clan, try saying that when you're drunk, with the obligatory win over the Filler team. The Ogre team, beat the Undead Fury 1-0 in a great game, and MIAS Team 5's defence proved too strong for the Extractors, beating them 2-0. Kane's Kisses saw themselves under pressure, but they closed out their game against the Sopranos in a close game of 2-1. This leaves a 3-point gap between the bottom 3 teams and the top 4, with the filler team not counting, of course, as all the teams have beat them 2-1 throughout the season. This should prove to be a very good division. Looking forward to seeing the results over the next few weeks. Some big wins were seen here in Division 7, with 12 touchdowns in the first week alone, proving that it's just as competitive as the higher divisions. Fellow YouTuber Bernie's team saw off the challenge of the Suicide Savages with a 2-1 win, whilst the Green Elves dodged their way to a convincing 3-0 win over the Ogre team. The Stormkrakens got taken apart 4-0 by the Pacifists in a brutal game, and the Children of Urizen had a solid 2-0 victory over the Deathstalkers. The Green Elves continued their high-scoring antics into the next week with a 3-1 victory over the Children of Urizen, and the Pacifists kept their clean sheet with a good 2-0 win against the Bigger They Are. Interesting looking table so far, with the first and second place teams with maximum 6 points, with third having a game in hand. But more importantly, 5th, 6th and 7th also have that game in hand, so we could see some pressure being put on the early front runners. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you all on the next video. Cheers.